Fellow Ukrainians, in the evening there was a report by the Minister of Internal Affairs Klimenko, in particular, on the elimination of the consequences of Russian strikes in the regions. All structures of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, including rescuers, the State Emergency Service, the National Police, all help communities as much as possible. I want to thank everyone who works for people. Our rescuers, our power engineers, repair crews. Where necessary, there will be more patrols so that there are more opportunities to help people and maintain order. I spoke today with Prime Minister of Ukraine Yulia Sviridenko. Yesterday at the high military meeting, we decided to send additional finances, additional equipment to the regions that need it. These are the frontline regions, first of all, our border regions. All this is already being implemented. We will also keep a fixed gas price for household consumers this winter. There will be no gas price increases. It is also necessary to fully work out how teachers' salaries will increase next year. Other social decisions, what has already been made, must be taken into account in the state budget and in the specific activities of the government. There are resources for this. I expect more detailed and more thorough work of our government officials with our people who lost their homes due to the war, who were forced to move. More tangible mechanisms for government support for internally displaced persons are needed. There will be a report on such issues in the near future. I spoke today with the head of the Foreign Intelligence Service, Ivashenko, and instructed him to work more actively with those partners who can provide more assistance to Ukraine with weapons and necessary investments. We clearly see what intentions our partners have, what opportunities they have. And we will work with them in such a way that our common defense potential in Europe is not wasted. Every opportunity must be used so that all of us in Europe only become stronger. The head of foreign intelligence reported in detail on how the Russians use the tankers of their shadow fleet, and not only to finance the war, but also for sabotage and various destabilization in Europe. Recent cases of drones being launched from tankers are one such example. We pass on the information we have to our partners, and it is important that there are tangible steps taken by our partners in response to Russia. We are working for this at all levels, and there will be more meetings, negotiations with our partners, public and non-public. We make sure that we do not skimp on determination. Russians should know that the world will not leave any of their destructive activity, all the vile things they do, unanswered. And we constantly add such determination to the world. Since the beginning of this war, the world has gone through a significant evolution of attitudes towards the Russian state, its potential, and its real capabilities. There was a time when people were afraid that there would be a reaction from Russia. Much has been lost, time and opportunities have been lost by some of our partners because of this. Ukraine has always called for greater determination. Now everyone sees that this is what works with Russia: strong pressure, sanctions and sufficient range. Our long range is quite fair in response to all Russian strikes on our energy, on our cities, on our people. Russian refineries feel this. Russian military factories feel this. Russian logistics is feeling it. It is Russia's coercion to peace that should work. To work thanks to the force, Ukrainian strength, and all our partners, friends who really help. Today I met with the OSCE, and we talked about the importance of further political pressure on Russia. I want to thank for the support. I also had a meeting with the Minister of Industry, Business and Finance of Denmark today. Denmark helps us very tangibly. I want to thank him for this. We must fully implement all the agreements that we have with Denmark, which are between our countries. And this is a work for our common strength, the strength of everyone in Europe, all normal people in the world, everyone who values life and who does not want the Russian virus of war to take over someone else. I appreciate everyone who is with us. I appreciate everyone who is with Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.